Hello again and welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this happy Friday. Yes, we made it. Yes, we made it. I hope you guys are as excited as I am, if not more excited, because let's get real here. As much as we love the week and we love making money, we love all that stuff, the weekend is the time to be alive. That's the moments that we live for right there, right? So I hope you guys are I hope you guys had an awesome week, rocked out whatever goals, hopes, plans, dreams, ambitions you had for it and made it happen and are currently ready for the weekend. I'm probably more excited because it's just free. The weather over here is just amazing, right? We've been blessed actually these last couple of days. I actually heard something that in BC they're actually gearing up for a month-long rainstorm. That doesn't sound like fun at all. They can have it. That's good for them. We over here, we've been getting blessed with the sunshine and it's the nice warm weather and it's so much awesomeness. I love it. What a great time to be alive. Really, like for real, what an amazing time to be alive. July 15th, 2022. What an amazing time to be alive. Yeah, we've gone through some stuff, but who hasn't, right? It's all good. It's made us better people for it. Thank you for joining me today. Let's get right into today's topic. So today, what I wanted to talk about was overlooked ways to easily overcome setbacks that happen, right? When we're trying to pursue our goals, pursue our dreams, live our, regular normal life, and then we just get stuff thrown at us, right? And so everywhere we look, right, there's so many things that we can get set back by, right? Yesterday we talked about motivation, right? For achieving goals, right? But that motivation only goes so far when you experience setbacks. I can promise you that more than anything, because that's it, right? As much as we want to do better, do more, be more. We are not programmed as individuals to handle, setbacks, failure, disappointment, no, right? Being told no. And so that, it can be a whole nother thing to deal with, right? And then at the same time, we also think, we talked about limiting beliefs. When, if we don't really believe that we can do something and then we start hearing no, or we start hearing, why are you doing that? Or, anything else. Actually, one of the things that made me laugh the other day was I heard a comedy skit and it says, a hater's job is to hate. That's his job, to hate, right? So if you're, let him do his job, right? It's just the natural way of being, right? So that's it, right? Some people actually, I love this quote from Batman, actually, who's his butler. Oh man, that's not good on my part. Alfred, there it is. Alfred says, some men want to watch the world burn. Master Bruce, some men want to watch the world burn. Pretty sure that's an English accent, give or take. And so that's it, right? Some people, it's their, job, their day-to-day thing to just go around. One of the things that I read, that I was taught to me was, when there's only about, 7 or 8 really mean, nasty people in the world. Now, they move around a lot, right? So you're liable to get one every now and then. But when you do get one, just say, that's okay. There's only, 6 or 7 more of you in the entire world. I can deal with that. That's not that bad, right? And so that's it's just a couple things that we have to tell ourselves, right? We're, for lack of a better term, quote unquote, tricking our brain, right? And we're trying to just give ourselves, switch that thought process, right? Give ourselves something different to think about, as opposed to, maybe we're not good enough, right? Maybe we don't have enough talent. Maybe we don't have enough skill, but that doesn't mean that we can't get it, right? That doesn't mean that we can't do more than we have the ability to do. We just have to learn how to do it, right? We just have to, we have to break through, I guess, if you will. So that's where I got some tips to help me overcome challenges, setbacks, whatever you want to call in life, when you're achieving your goals, when you're trying to do anything really new that you haven't done before, there's going to be challenges, right? And so that's where I wanted to come on, give some tips that help me. Hopefully they help you too. And hopefully you get some value out of it, right? Who knows? Maybe use one or two of them in your life and start achieving more than you ever thought possible. So the number one, and this is actually, kind of like a preemptive strike almost, if you will, and it's to expect disappointment, right? Expect setbacks, expect things to be uncomfortable, to get uncomfortable. Also expect, one of the things one of the quotes that I read was that you'll never be put down by somebody that's doing more than you, right? So you'll always be put down by people that are doing less than you and that have less dreams, right? And have less ambition than you. And they'll always tell you, why are you doing that? What's the point? That sounds like a lot of work and, right, blah, 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 right? There's so many different things that they'll tell you, but I don't know, because I can't say for 100% certainty, but in my experience, you don't ever get put down by people that are doing more than you, and people that have done or have been where you are and have gone through what you're going through, something similar, and have made it out on the other side, right? So that's really something that you need to be weary of, right? Or to be expecting of, right? There's going to be challenges, difficulties, setbacks. It happens, right? If you're learning I played hockey when I was younger, right? And if you're learning how to play hockey, that's kind of an extreme example, but there's going to be a lot of setbacks, right? Learning to skate and to shoot and learning to skate is probably the biggest one, right? If you've never skated on ice and you try and put on skates and go on ice, there's a really large likelihood that you're gonna just fall right on your face, right? And that's really what it is. Another one that was explained to me was, think of a child, right? When they're just learning how to walk, this is a completely different thing in their life. They've never done it. But nobody ever sits there after they fall and says, dumb child, why are you even trying that? Don't ever do that. Life's way too hard to be wasting it on trying to learn how to walk. Forget that. Don't even worry about it. You've got way more things or way bigger things to worry about on your plate. I, again, can't say with any 100% certainty, but I have never experienced that in my life to where somebody said that to a baby, right? Normally you're sitting there like, oh, baby, oh, you fell down, that's no bad, get up, go. And you got grandma over there pushing her, right? Trying to lift them up, right? And that's it. You've got everybody over there giving words of encouragement, trying to get this baby to learn how to walk, right? So that this baby isn't stuck in the crawling position for the rest of their life because, life's too hard or life is hard as is and there's no real point in trying to learn how to walk because you've got enough problems as is, right? So that really would be, not a smart thing to be doing. And that would really be a dumb thing to do, is to tell a baby that, you're not good enough to walk. Right? You need to just stick to crawling. Don't worry about that. So that's my point, right? Expect disappointments, expect discomfort, expect things to get a little bit uncomfortable, and to really push yourself a little bit more, because that just means that you're growing, right? You're when things are not working, it means that you're trying something that is completely unknown to you, right? So you just got to understand that that's a part of the growing process. Number two is to be positive. We just talked about it, right? As when the baby's learning how to walk and people are sitting there, nobody is telling them that, this can't be done. And that's even it too, right? That's the thing too, right? I talked about people won't put you down that are doing more than you. So everybody is acceptive of the baby not being able to walk, because we can all walk. Right? And for the majority of human existence, we can walk, right? We know how to, we've done how to, we don't even think about it. It's just, if I need to go over there, I'm using my legs and I'm walking, right? It's not like I think about, man, I wonder if I can go over there. I mean, I could walk, but maybe my legs might not work. That's the thing too, right? Maybe my legs might not work. Maybe the plan might fail me. Maybe I can't make it all the way over there. Maybe. There's a whole whole list of maybes, but nobody ever thinks about that, right? We just think of, I need to be over there, I'm going to get up and go and walk myself over there, right? It's pretty simple, right? So that's where I think that really has a lot to do with why people can push a baby and be positive into walking, is because we all know how to walk, right? We all do it on a daily basis. Not too many of the people that you'll meet in your life are business owners, right? Or have achieved the life of their dreams, or, have a ton of money in the bank. I think I read something like 50 or might even be 80% of people, but it's definitely 50% of people don't have enough money in the bank for an emergency that happens, right? A $5,000 emergency. And that's it, like, right? 50% of people don't have it, right? So 50% of people that you meet are going to tell you that that's not possible. There's no way. How you do that? I can't do that. And that's only because we have the limiting beliefs as to what we think is possible, right? So therefore, we need to be positive. And I can promise you that if you're going into a situation and expecting it to be bad, chances are it's going to be bad, right? You can't go into a situation expecting it to be bad, right? Believing that this is going to be the worst thing possible that could ever happen. And then, turn around and have like a great time because, it turned out to be the most awesome thing. Because chances are it's not going to be as good as you think it's going to be, and it's going to be just about as bad as you think so. Also, if you're trying to plan for the rest of your life, right, make goals on how to overcome or how to, live the best life, you want to be thinking positive about it, right? You don't want to be thinking, oh man, my life is the worst possible thing in the world. I bet I can make $100 million a year. But this is going to be terrible because, my life sucks and nobody really likes me and I don't really know that many people and, right? And what's even the point if that's the way that you're going to think? That's really what I see, right? Out of all that I just said right there was no point in me deciding to make a better life because I had already convinced myself that my life is mediocre at best. Number 3, be kind to you. Be kind to yourself, right? Understand that life is hard, right? Life is hard. Things that actually, one of the things that I read a post the other day said, do you ever wonder about your left hand, like your offhand? So I'm right-handed, so my left hand, if you're left-handed, your right hand, how you can't even do anything really with it. You can't even hold a pen, right? You can't even write. That's where I found it funny, right? Is that you got half your body that really can't even do anything, and you've got a dominant side of your body, and that's really what we need to understand, is that there is going to be things that we don't know. There is going to be circumstances that come up in our life that we've never dealt with, and there's going to be things that we have to do that we are not comfortable with in order to progress ourselves further, right? So that's where being kind to yourself is probably the most important thing that you can do. You have to understand that, things aren't easy. Nothing in life that is worthwhile having is meant to be easy, right? I mean, I don't know at all, and I can't even pretend to describe to you what happens. But the pain and the agony and the depression that a woman will go through in order to have a baby for 9 months, right? That is probably the worst possible thing that they can do, yet they do it because of the joy and the excitement and what it brings them, right? So, right, where you need to be kind to yourself, because there's plenty of times in life where you're going to encounter situations that you don't think is worth even going forward, right? You think it's definitely easier to go backwards. It's definitely not in my best interest, right, to be encountering this at the current moment. And that's only your thoughts, right? That's only you thinking that it's worse than it is. And I actually like when you get yourself caught up in your thoughts, because you can just tell right away. It's just, as soon as you start explaining it to somebody, you just realize that it's been blown out of proportion in your mind, and you just need to understand that you're awesome, right? You rock. Everything you do in life is amazing. You are the best person that you could possibly be, and there is going to be people that don't understand that, because people can't understand things that they don't understand, right? We don't know what we don't know, so therefore other people don't know what they don't know, right? So just have to understand that, the things that you're going through in life is only meant to make you a better person, is only meant to make you a stronger person. And you have to be kind to yourself every once in a while. You have to know that, hey, we're doing the best that we possibly can. Think about life, right? There's no instruction manual. There's no, how to do things. There's no real anything more than a Google. Right? Google search away from how to do anything. And that's really what we've become accustomed to, right? And that's really what it is, right? Anything in life, we're just Google, hey, how do I do this? What do I do this, right? And so that's where, you have to understand that just because you don't have all the answers doesn't mean you're a stupid person. It doesn't mean you don't rock out everything that you do, and it doesn't mean that you can't go find the answers, right? It's not that hard if you actually are committed to doing it. Number 4, consider essential oils, right? I like using essential oils for helping promote that happy environment, promote focus, concentration. An oil like bergamot is actually known as the oil of self-love, right? So we just talked about how do you, be kind to yourself. The oil of self-love, right? It's an oil that it's actually a unique oil in the sense that it provides uplifting and invigorating as well as calming and relaxing, right? So you can get that kind of all-in-one feeling every time you use that oil. And my next one that I got here is a blend called On Guard. And On Guard is actually the immune boosting blend from doTERRA. So it's good in the sense that it boosts your immune system, helps fight off, outside threats and all that sort of fun stuff. But for me, it smells a lot like Christmas. It's got cinnamon in it, right? So I love the smell of Christmas, and I really love the feeling that it brings me, right? It's a happy-go-lucky time, and so that to me really makes me happy, right? It brings me into that mood where I'm able to overcome any sort of setbacks that I think are happening in my life, and just have maybe not overcome it, quote unquote, but get in that better frame of mind to be able to deal with it, right? Every once in a while, if you're trying to deal with something, you just need a different thought process to go in through it, right? So that's where I love the oils, right? To just be able to to switch that thinking. And then my last tip that I have for you is to ask for help, right? I mentioned it a couple times, right? Life is hard. Things don't always go as planned, and you can't always know what to do next. It's not really possible, simply because, we have a laundry list of things going on in our life. And, at any moment in time, you have a to-do list that is longer than you can even see, right? So to say that, our life can get unorganized and hectic is the understatement of the year, and I get that, right? So that's where I actually asked for help, and I actually got myself a life coach. And what that is it's basically somebody that just helps me organize my thoughts, helps me to see things in a different light, and helps me to be accountable for my actions, right? So if this is something that interests you, definitely reach out to me. I'm a certified life coach. So if this is something that interests you, definitely reach out to me. We'll book a free consultation, and we'll get you on track to living the life of your dreams, to get to overcoming, all of the hecticness and the unorganization of your life, right? Because it can be a lot to deal with if you're just trying to do it by yourself. That's all I got for you for today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys had a I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I had some fun making it. Feel free to share this with your friends, family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils, how to get your hands on some of this cool stuff that I'm talking about, booking a free consultation with a certified life coach, definitely reach out to me, drop me a comment, send me a message, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day and an even better weekend, because we made it, and I look very forward to talking to you again. I love you guys. Bye for now.